of your shaykh, you may go nearer, closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You cannot remove those veils by yourself too. Impossible. Those who are saying, I don't need a shaykh, I can do it by myself, then your shaykh is shaitan. So how many veils are we knowing? How many veils are we understanding? The shaykh may show there is a veil, there is a veil, there is a veil. After the third time, they don't like it. You're not understanding your veil, then what's going to happen? You are going to be veiled. That time, in the grave, they're going to work very hard on you to remove those veils. If that's not enough, you're going to go through Jahannam for them to remove the veils away from you. Tariqat is not just to humanize other people, or like you say, trying to say, dehumanize our ego. The ego is not even human. The ego, it is the worst creature that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ever created. Worse than shaitan. All the characteristics of all animals is in our ego, is in our nafs. Yet, how many are really serious about knowing what their nafs is? How many? If you're serious, you're not going to run away. If you're really serious to know what kind of disease you have, so that you can save yourself from that disease, then you want to know everything. Doctor tries to stop, I don't want to, no, I have to know, doctor, correct or no? What is it capable of doing? What can it do? Not only to me, but future generations too. There's another thing, future generations. And generations that you're going to infect presently. So, it is not about suppressing emotions. It is beyond that. It is not about controlling, putting a force there. It is understanding what is real and what is not. What is from you and what is not from you. What is from Allah and what is not from Allah. What is Allah liking, what Allah is not liking. What is coming from Rahman and what is coming from Shaitan. You cannot say what is coming from Rahman, what is coming from Shaitan. It's just two sides of the same coin. That's what they like to say, right? It's just balance. It is not. There's no balance. In Islam, it is priority. You understand? Priority. There has to be a head. And the head has to be one, not two. You ever seen a man with two heads? Well, sometimes you see, I think, man, woman, two heads. But it's not that normal. Even if they have two heads, they have two personalities. One head. One body, two arms, two legs, one head. You understand? The balance is that there is one head. So how many veils are we interested in knowing? How many more sides of your self are you interested in knowing? There are 70,000 veils between us and Allah. And 40 tariqats, they are removing the veils from in front of you. Every time they remove a veil, you're going to see new things. You're going to start understanding. You're going to start witnessing. You're going to start experiencing. Other worlds other than this one. You're going to come out. When you remove those veils, you're going to come closer to Allah. They remove, they remove, they remove, they remove. There is a danger in that, because for some people, they remove one, they get drunk. They think you remove 70,000. One, they're already flying. They see one color, they think it is Allah. They see one light, they're already thinking that they are something. Some, we're seeing, you're not even removing veils, they're just thinking, making you to think like that. And they're already thinking that the same level as prophets. They don't need to pray, they don't need to do so many things because they're drunk. So now, as what Shaykh Evan is trying to tell us, years, it is not about removing the veil, it is about how drunk. Can you carry that or you cannot carry that? You understand? In the Naqshbandi way, they don't remove the veils in front of you because they say you cannot carry that. If you did not fix your ego, which your ego will continue to fool you until the last breath, it will continue to fool you, then the Shaykh is not going to show nothing to you. Nobody knows their ego. Now you see something, it may be because you're making this salawat or this zikr or this, something is opening up. Now ego completely come inside, shaitan come inside. Whatever you see is going to get corrupted now. Corrupt. And instead of bringing you to higher station, it brings you lower down now. Nobody has a right to say, I don't have an ego. One who says, I don't have an ego, my ego is finished, that one definitely is in trouble. Because even Prophet ﷺ is saying, Oh my Lord, protect me from the evil of my ego. Don't leave me to my ego even for the blink of an eye. And this is so important that this is a secret of the Naqshbandi order, one of the most important things in the Naqshbandi order that is given to Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq to train people. So you get drunk now. So must learn how to not to get drunk. They say you are going to, especially in this Ahir Zaman. So no need for you to know. In this order, they're going to remove whatever that you've overcome. They're going to remove the veil that is closest to Allah, not closest to us. They remove that one first. So that way they can keep it safe. It's like a man. He wins $100 million. It is a known fact. They lose it very quickly and their whole lives get destroyed. Correct or not? What we're winning in tariqat is worth millions more than that. And I'm putting a very low price. Because this is, in tariqat, in the Naqshbandi order, this is the, let's say, from the oceans of divine wisdom, this is the pearl. You understand? So they say, you got pearls. Good. They don't give you that pearl to wear, to put here, to show off, to do this. So just like $100 million, you're just going to waste it and you're going to destroy yourself. So give it to me. You don't know what to do with it. You know what to do with this? No. Most people, they don't. They're saying, I see this, I see that, I'm doing that. And then what? Then what? You cannot even influence one person. What good is that? Correct? If you cannot even influence one person to make that one to follow Haqq properly, then that is a burden to you. What good is that? So they say, you earn it. Yes, you are doing so many good things and you get these things, so you don't spend it. They take it and they keep it for you. They keep it for you. You earn more, they keep it for you. Earn more until you don't get to spend nothing. They say you don't know how to spend anyway. They say wait until the time comes when you really need it. And you will know where to spend, we will give it to you. So, this is knowing what is the ego, how many sides of it, where it fools you, which conditions. Because many, they're still like this. They think when we are saying, don't be like that. This is wrong. It's not the way. Prophet didn't teach this. Allah didn't teach this. They think we are yelling at them. Understand? How foolish is that one? That is also showing how high this tariqat is. And those who are still caught up in that, no matter what they call, they are lower than kindergarten. Then like that, we smile at them, we play. Like the doctor telling you, you have cancer. Spreading everywhere. This is the treatment. It's going to hurt. You have to go through this. Then they get upset with you. Why are you hurting me? Nobody ever thinks that way. Everybody knows this is disease and this is me. The doctor is speaking about this, not speaking about me. It's the person who understands the sheikh now. Oh. You don't understand it. We give this example every time. Very clear. Every time. But people are not understanding. Why is that? It's simple, no? Why is that? This is the ego. They're saying, no, you are buddies with me. Before he came, we are buddies. Now we're enemies. And this is a living way. You understand? It is living. It is alive. If you treat it like it is dead, your faith is going to go down, down, down. If you say, oh, this has to do with this, but nothing to do with tariqat. It's like Sahabi Kiram saying, oh, this has to do with Islam, but this has nothing to do with the Prophet. I want to live as I like. This is the tariqat that is what? What? It is the tariqat of the Sahabis. I'm not saying it. Who is saying it? You know Imam Rabbani? You understand? So now, if we know, oh, okay, my ego fooled me like this. I believe in this, but at that time I was weak. So now your responsibility is to say, not to say I'm weak, so it's okay. It's not okay, don't do it again. And you have to know why I did it anyway in the first place. Why I did it. So, if you're not coming closer to Allah, if your veils are not removed, you will be that ego. It will completely overtake you. Then you'll become the ugliest one. Outside maybe you look nice, but inside you're ugly because you're only serving yourself. You're only knowing your ego. You know your ego very well. You're only knowing your desires very well, and you worship them. You don't know your Lord, you don't know how to worship your Lord. So, it's important for us to know this, what it means now to follow, what it means now to submit, what it means now to discover more about yourself. It's never ending. It's never ending. 70,000, at least. Understand? So being with in Jamaat, having that contact now in the sohbat. Sohbat is just sitting down for half hour, it's not sohbat. It means now you are together, you're connected, waking up, going to sleep. Connected now. Time to time, it's important to be there physically. If you're not physically there with the sheikh, then to be where the sheikh is. You cannot be then where the sheikh's people are, around there. You pull yourself back, that's finished, done. You pull yourself back, then it's done, it's finished. The wolves, they get you. The strongest sheep, the wolves can get you alone. The weakest sheep in the flock, they don't dare to come. It's for you and for me, inshallah. But yes, in today's world, the ego is ruling, supreme. Because it's worse. Yes, this is second Jahiliyyah. Yes, everyone is a Firaun. They're worse than Firauns now. You understand? Worse than Firauns. Because at least Firaun knows himself a little bit. And he knows his Lord. He knows his Lord. He's just stubborn. But he knows. Firaun never deny Allah. He's saying he is Allah, but he knows he is not. Because of what? He goes to the bathroom once in every 40 days. When the cane of Musa alayhi salam turned into a dragon and he looked into the mouth of the dragon, he went to the bathroom 40 times a day. He is declaring himself Lord. That's why if his complete rejection, like who? Like Namrud, complete rejection, why did he want to give shahadat at the end of his life? He was drowning. He was going to say shahadat. Correct? And Allah made him into a what? Example. Until Judgment Day, pulling him out from there. But today's people worse than that, because they don't believe in Allah, but they declare themselves lords. It's worse. And that disease now has overtaken not only individuals, but families, communities, nations now. Nations. So everyone became a tribe. Pulling themselves back and say that we are the best. Everyone else is the worst. We have to make ourselves great again. Everyone else, they can serve us. So there's danger in that. May Allah keep us in the association of our Shaykh. Not let our ego to be free. Especially those ones who are using Islam and Tariqat to run after their nafs. May Allah forgive me and bless you. Al-Fatiha.